This is a story that needs to be told. It's important. And I need you all to promise me that you will keep it a secret, what you see and hear tonight. In fact, raise your hand and repeat after me. I swear, that I will keep secret, what I see and hear tonight. Good. Thank you. Next. When I bring the chair down front, you know it's important. Physicians are scientists. I'm a physician. But the science has gone missing. We need to find it. I remember my mentor in medical school. He mentioned that the science was disappearing. He was a big man, and he was always snapping and hard on me because he really liked me. He was a master at talking. He knew how to ask just the one question that would get someone to spill their whole story. And his name was Chip. I say, pay attention, son. I'm trying to teach you something here. We got a new woman here this morning, and you're going to see her. Now, I want you to go talk to her. You listen to what she has to say. She'll tell you why she's here. She'll tell you what she needs. Go and see her. He's a smart kid, but he's got his head in the clouds. 25 years. 25 years. Someone been sick 25 years. They've tried a lot of things. What's this woman tried, son? You never ask her what she's tried. Stick with me, son. You go and talk to her. You ask her what she's tried. Good kid. Be a great doctor someday, but he stops before he gets to the finish line. She's tried a lot of things. She's doing some herbs. What's worked? Well, I never really asked her what's worked. Mm-hmm. You never asked her what's worked. Trying to teach you something here, son. There's some science here. The science says that you want to figure out what's going on with someone, you got to talk to them. It's a dying art, but you're going to learn it if you want to be a great doctor someday. You talk to 1 million people, be as good as I am someday. Now, stick with me, son. Pull your things together. Go in, talk to that woman. You ask her what's worked. She'll tell you more about medicine than anything I could ever show you. And you'll learn some things that no machine will ever learn. Thanks, Doc. Next was the real one. My last job in corporate medicine was working for the city and county of San Francisco. Health Center number 4. No primary care physicians. You just saw whoever was on that day. 4 patients per hour were assigned to each doctor. Next patient. Next. 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 So, I had 15 minutes to read through their chart, ask them what brought them in that day, do a physical exam, create a plan of action, write instructions, any prescriptions, and write a detailed note of everything that had happened that day. Now, don't get me wrong. I was good at this, really good. When I was in medical school, the pharmaceutical companies already had their hands deep into the curriculum. I drank the Kool-Aid. I asked for extra servings. My training in pharmacology and biochemistry was extensive and excellent. And I was at the top of my class. I began my postgraduate training in internal medicine. I inherited a clinic of older adults. Who, on average, were on 17 different prescription drugs. They came into their appointments. Almost all of their complaints were related to the unwanted effects of those drugs. I made people feel better that year by taking them off their drugs. Now, how does this happen? How does grandma end up on 17 different prescription drugs? Well, let's look at my own Grandma Florence. Grandma Florence carried this buck knife in her purse. Scared me to death the first time I saw it. I was 4 years old. She was always stopping her car in the strangest places, jumping out, cut some herb that she knew she was going to need. Never really did take pills, but I had a bad knee. My doctor gave me Advil, and a little white pill that I could take 4 times a day with food. And I did feel better. I got a really upset stomach. Gave me 2 more pills, a purple one and a big white one, a big horse pill that I could take twice a day, anytime. Didn't matter with food or not, and that helped some. But then I saw my doctor and I said, I'm really nervous about all this stuff. I don't want to take pills. And so he gave me this one little tiny blue pill that I could take once in the morning and then once in the evening, any time, to help me a little bit with my nerves. But every time I go into the doctor, they take my blood pressure and it'd be a little bit high, and so they said I had high blood pressure. And I said, I think I'm just stressed. I'm just stressed from all this stuff. And they said, well, you got to take these 2 more drugs for your blood pressure. And so one was red and white, and then the other was I think green and yellow, and that helped with that. But then I got this problem. I couldn't breathe, and I go in there. I think I'm having a reaction to one of these drugs, and they say, no, you have late onset asthma, really late onset asthma. And so they gave me 3 more things. One was this like spray that I inhaled, and then there were 2 more pills. One was white and blue, and the other was kind of this dark red with a gray thing, and I had to take those twice a day, 17 minutes before food. And and that was okay, but then I couldn't pee. And so they gave me this kind of pale blue pill and then this pink one that also were twice a day, but any time, didn't matter with food or without. And I could pee, but then it did some funny things. All these pills, I was having this trouble with my heart. And I had to go see a cardiologist, and it was like being thrown into the vortex. I mean, I was just going from test to test to test, and it cost me a lot of money. And they never really did find anything wrong, but they put me on 4 more pills just to be safe. And those were, the dosing of that was really complex, but I got them down. And my heart was okay, but then I couldn't sleep. So I had 1 more pill that was just kind of red and white, and that one I took at bedtime. And I could repeat it half an hour later if I wasn't able to get to sleep. And the last time I saw my doctor, I said, the pills and the doctor's visits and everything, I'm just feeling really depressed. And so he gave me this antidepressant. I did pretty well without the pills. I mean, understand this, Mr. Scientist. When you were young, I took care of you with things taught to me by my grandmother. We understood how things worked, what it took to keep the body healthy. And we take care. We know the herbs to give you so you don't die from the flu. And we know the foods and the clays to give you if you have a bad stomach infection. And we know how to make a plaster to pull the bronchitis out of your chest. And it's a technology. It comes from the earth. It's an advanced technology. It's a technology and a connection to healing that takes care of you and all the ancestors that stand behind you. And without it, you wouldn't be here today. Thanks, Grandma. I have a confession to make. It's a thrill. It is a thrill to hand out whiskey drugs like they're candy. Your gateway to drugs is me, the doctor. Next. I want to tell you another story about almost killing my mother-in-law. She had bad knees. I gave her some Advil. She developed a bleeding ulcer, barely made it to the hospital before she bled to death. Now, that would have been a premature end to a great career. There's only so many events like that a doctor can take. So, I'm thinking if I give up my addiction to prescribing drugs, what do? The practice of medicine has been reduced to pushing pills. Pharmacy and procedures are the new emperor of medicine. I've seen the emperor. The emperor has no clothes. Maybe I'll join the slow medicine movement. It's a real thing. Doctors and people all think that everything that's done in medicine has strong science behind it, but that's not true. There's some top-notch doctors in the slow medicine movement that are figuring out what are the drugs and the vaccines and the medical practices that are backed up by strong science, and it's a really short list. It's good information.
Talk to your doctor.
The relentless voices of marketing drown out all other information.
Ask your doctor.
Maybe. Remembering my mentor, who said, pay attention to what works, I'll turn to prayer. Safer than drugs. There's very strong research showing that it works. Some of the best work was done right here in San Francisco. Maybe I'll start a practice based on what I learned from the healers in Ouagadougou, in Burkina Faso. It's in West Africa. People have been living in that part of Africa longer than anywhere else on Earth. And the anthropologists will tell you that human longevity begins there. The Africans know something about healing. And when you talk to them, it's like talking to a cross between Albert Einstein and the Dalai Lama. They talk about an energetic world that exists alongside the physical world. The energetic world is like a tree. And the physical world is like a shadow of a tree. If you take energy and you compress it and limit it enough, it begins to look solid. But the energetic world, that's where everything begins. That's where the action is. That's where things have to change if you want to heal here. The job of the healer in West Africa is to change things in the energetic world, bring that change across to the physical world. It's another technology. And from what I see, it works. So, I'm just looking for things that work. I find the healing wisdom of the grandmothers. I find prayer. I find the energetic world. And the healing wisdom of Africa. Who knows what else I'll find? Maybe you'd like to come with me. Talk to me, Grandma.